Hello, I am Dan.
And I'm Can.
And this is a Pebble. I like big bowls and I cannot lie. What your other brothers made, didn't I? Is that when Candy bangs your big bowl?
Let's move on.
Show them the size of your bowl.
For those who are watching it on YouTube.
That's a big bowl.
I don't think it's the biggest one. No, it's not the biggest one. I have one more bigger, I think. I have 7 of them.
I love big balls.
Big balls? Oh, now you're just, was that a Freudian slip?
It's an AC/DC song. But I've got the biggest balls of them all.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, today we have another app sponsoring our program. Let me get my ad copy here.
Should come prepared, but
I am
whatever.
Prepared. I just forgot for a second what it was.
Just saying.
It's a new app. It's brought to you by a common app maker. I don't know who. But they're presenting this app out there now, 99 cents a month. And what it does is, have you ever been out in public, experience in life, and want to share it with everyone in your contacts? Well, we have the app for you with a simple touch of the button and what's happening? You share exactly what's going on in a 10-second blast filmed through your phone. That is always attached. You have it's a headband with a camera on it, like a GoPro, and a microphone. So then they get into your world for a second. So all you have to do is go tap your phone and go, what's happening? And it tells you what's happening at that exact moment to everyone in your contacts. It automatically syncs up, rings them up, and shows them the video of what's happening right now. So, what's happening? WATSAPPENING. What's happening? What's happening? Get it today in the Apple Store.
Oh, God. Wow.
Hey, I can't pick who sponsors us. They just give us money.
Oh, you can say no.
Hey, that's another $100 for you.
Stop with that, okay?
So, Mama can buy a brand new pair of shoes.
Mama needs brand new. I do need some new tennis shoes, by the way.
What are we talking about today? Your new tennis shoes you need?
Yeah. What kind of shoes should I get?
Mama's going to start an OnlyFans foot page for a pair of tennis shoes.
Just me trying on shoes. Look at this foot in this shoe.
I need to cover these dolls.
There's probably an audience for it. Who knows? So weird. Anyways, yeah. So
I'm going to do the Kubrick stare for this whole one.
Okay, so I just kind of wanted to talk about this brainwashing thing that I've been talking to you about. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, stop looking at yourself in the camera. That's not proper Zoom behavior. You know that, right?
It's the Kubrick stare.
But that's not, the Kubrick stare is not like, it's like brooding. There's no glare. It's just, I don't think is there a glare?
Yeah, it's a tilt downwards.
It's tilted down and glancing up.
Yeah, with a little grin.
No, there's no grin. Oh, maybe. That looks evil. Okay, stop. We're wasting, people who can't see us are probably like, what the
this is
going
radio.
On? Yeah. Anyways.
Go to YouTube.
So I want to talk
Smash that like, hit that subscribe.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay.
Sorry for promoting our business. Trying to get you another $100 for another pair of shoes.
Yeah. Another pair of shoes. My tennis shoes have holes in them.
They're holy then.
I don't wear my tennis shoes.
They've been blessed.
Oh, it's on the heel, the back of the heel.
I need
sneakers.
New shoes. They're holy shoes.
Anyways, but the brainwashing thing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What do I want to talk about?
Brainwashing?
It's something I'll be writing on my Substack this week about how you're always washing your brain in something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what are you washing your brain in? What do you listen to most of the time?
podcast.
Okay. And what are those podcasts about?
Drop the Stones.
Listen to Drop the Stones.
On repeat.
Wash your brain with Drop the Stones. No.
This is what happens to you when you listen. That's all you listen to.
You listen to a lot of like
Comedians.
Humorous stuff. So you do a lot of humorous. That's how you act in the world a lot of times. So you know, like you're washing your brain in that kind of. But it's also like that's a high vibration a lot of the time. You're laughing. You know, laughter is very good for you actually. So you're kind of washing your brain, so you stay in this kind of higher vibration because of what you are listening to most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And you also, we have learned, are not as sensitive. Like emotional sensitivity is, you're more like a dandelion. Yes. So I'm going to pick up stuff very easily. I could listen to, you know, one TikTok post. If it's super negative,
here's an example.
That can tank me.
You can listen to a little boy trying to explain why he got a virus on his computer.
Was that from a different episode, or are we bringing that into this one?
Yeah, the one we just recorded 20 minutes ago. Yeah.
But they don't come out at the same time, so I don't want to confuse people. Yeah. They haven't heard that.
They're going to hear it in 2 weeks. But
I don't want, you're going to make me sad for this little boy. But
that's what I'm talking about. That's the example I'm talking about. You're trying to explain here. You hear that and you feel that and you sense that.
It was a boy that got caught.
He got a virus
touching
on his
himself,
computer.
And he was, he was probably watching something he shouldn't have been watching.
He stood up really quick and his pants fell down.
And his pants fell down. He said, I got a virus and my pants were too big or something, or I don't know. And I just felt so bad for him because the shame he's probably feeling, you know, his mom, I don't know. It just made me really sad. But now you get me sidetracked. Now I feel sad. Oh yeah, like that. Now it's affecting my energy very easily, right?
Got you sidetracked by telling you an example of what you were saying.
Because I became sad. Okay, but that's how sensitive I am.
And you proved my example. Thank you.
Like listening to news right now, listening to political stuff. I'm trying over the last 2 days. I've been really trying to wash my brain in stuff that keeps me at the vibration I want to be at. Now, I try to pay attention to what's going on, and then I can handle a little bit of, you know, politics, not much. Mm-hmm. And then I get off of it because our physical bodies, our nervous systems are not meant to know all the things that we know now.
Yeah.
Like we know too much news. We are not meant to, we have not been, I guess they're going to get stronger probably because of all this stuff we're going through, but they aren't there yet. You know what I'm saying? Because our ancestors and stuff, they didn't have access. Like our parents had access to TV, but before that, they didn't really, right?
No.
So we have people who didn't have access to, it was radio. Well, I don't know when radio came out, but
our parents had radio and then TV.
Yeah. So our grandparents had radio. When did radio start? Like where they had radio news and stuff.
It was like, 10s?
Okay, so we've only been in this a little over 100 years where we have this kind of technology where we could hear the news from around the world. Mm-hmm. Now, our nervous systems have to carry that information, right? They every word almost has some sort of emotional some energy attached to it, right? So you put those ideas together, or every idea has every thought, like cohesive thought, or it has some sort of energy with it. So if you're hearing all these doom and gloom things, it's going to affect you. It's going to wash your brain in a way that makes you have low energy, feeling sad, feeling irritable, feeling scared, feeling it's all sorts of things.
You have the old saying of you are what you eat. Well, what you eat with your eyes is also going to be what you are, too.
And not just your eyes, your ears, you know. Yeah, what information you're taking in.
You can't eat with your ears.
Can't eat with your eyes either.
Yeah, you can. The eyelashes are little teeth that jump. But there's nothing in there.
Those are soft teeth. You have hair in your ears, so.
Oh, let out my secrets. That's why I grow the beard, so you can't tell if it's beard or hair.
That's disturbing. Is that why you got the mustache, so hairs can just come out your nose?
I comb them into it.
Ew, that's disgusting. Why you gotta be so gross?
You chose me. You said yes.
You didn't show me all the grossness.
You said more. That says more about you.
No, that says more about you because you didn't show me how gross you were before.
You knew it was
You
there.
were like Rico Suave when we were dating, and then
you knew when I was
what?
Opening the car door for you and then walking around the back farting.
I didn't know that. That came after marriage that I understood that you do that. Actually, I think my sister dated one of your friends.
He said his car.
And she's the one that
farts.
said that he was doing that. Yeah, or something. I didn't know that was a thing, but okay, fair enough. I ain't gonna knock you for it, but don't act like I knew all this stuff before. We got married when you were 22. How much do you think you've changed in almost 30 years of time? In 30 years, you started dating when you were 19? At 20? Yeah, you were 19 and I was 18.
I don't think it changed much.
I hope you have. How boring. I do not want to be married to a idiotic mentally level of a 19-year-old.
Okay. You're proving my point.
You're much more mature than a 19-year-old. Trust me. I couldn't handle being married to a 19-year-old or a 20-year-old or a 25-year-old, probably even a 30-year-old.
That's what she says. Mature. But then here in a few weeks, there'll be some new spry young faith crossover on her podcast. Dan's gone. This is my new co-host, Chad.
He's like 25. Oh, God, that'd be so terrible.
Bro.
No, bro.
Skibbity.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Ohio, man. Hey.
No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't know how people date people that are way younger than them. I don't know how they do it. How can you hang out with them for very long?
They've never emotionally matured themselves.
Usually that's probably true. Yes, you're right. Yeah. Now, there are some things that younger people can encourage that older people get out of, if an older person gets out of, like the sense of adventure and trying new things and stuff like that. I think you try to retain that as you get older. But anyways, that's a side note of a brainwash. Well, does it fit with it? No, probably not.
Yeah, probably. If you start taking in.
Well, if you're brainwashed into thinking that youth, the beauty in youth is all the beauty that is. Yeah. You know, men get brainwashed into that. Yeah. Women get brainwashed into so many things they get brainwashed into, believing about themselves, that their body is all that men want, that their intellect is not that important, that we get lied to about what femininity is, or brainwashed into thinking femininity is, you know, a certain thing, like a trad wife, which it's not. The trad wives are in their masculine so much. And then, you know, about what we should look for. And well, we don't really, looking for a man is not really a thing in Christianity, I don't think. I think it's more the man will come to you. So you're kind of at the mercy of men to come to you. That's kind of in the culture somewhat too. Yeah. So, but anyway, so yeah, I wanted to talk about how, like, if your brain is always getting washed in something. So just pay attention to what you're washing it in. Pay attention to what, and I know in Christianity, we were kind of taught, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. I don't think it's a scripture verse, but it's like an old proverb or something. I don't know. But I guess they would say it in Christianity, like, don't have any, what is that? Like, you don't want to be seen. No, like you don't want any appearances of evil, something like that. I think there's a verse that they would use sometimes, and the appearance, and so that keeps people from, you know, going to a party or, you know, sitting with somebody at lunch who maybe uses 4-letter words, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have the appearance of evil. Like, I'm okay with that. Or not laughing at a joke because it has a swear word in it or something. You know what I'm saying? But where was I going with that?
Brainwashing, not allowing stuff in. protecting your mind,
Well,
controlling, being aware of what you're putting in there.
yes, just pay attention because Christianity taught you a lot of things. It washed your brain over and over, especially if you're born in it. It washed you. Brainwashing is just programming. I'm not talking about like just know that brainwashing is programming. You are always being programmed, and it is a type of.
It's the effect of daily affirmations,
and you can intentionally change it. Yeah, you can intentionally
in your practice, you can
wash your brain.
speed the process up by having someone say, "Hey, I want this change to my life. Help me change it."
Yeah, that's what hypnosis is. Just speeding it up.
You go in through hypnosis, rearrange the subconscious, put new stuff in, take old stuff out. You just can't leave.
You can't really take old stuff out, but you can replace it. You can move it with new stuff, and then the new stuff has to gain some traction.
Daily affirmations have the same effect. It just takes longer.
Yeah.
And it's constant and repetitive.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. They're very powerful if you use them together.
Faith and religion have been daily affirmations when you're constantly, because what are you told? Well, have you been reading your Bible every day?
Mm-hmm.
Have you been saying your prayers every day? Have you been doing this every day?
You sing the songs. You listen to the radio. You were listening to Caleb or whatever it was. Yeah.
Yep. So you're constantly shoving this stuff in.
You're constantly washing your mind in this, or that's what we would have called transforming your mind, I guess. Even though it was just basically reinforcing what I was taught growing up. So I wasn't transforming my mind at all. I was just reinforcing what I was taught over and over and over again. There was no transformation until deconstruction happened. That's where I actually started to live different.
You took control. Before the deconstruction, you had other people programming your brain.
Trying to tell me, instead of me transforming it, they were doing it.
Once you deconstruct, you decided, this is what I want to put in there.
Yeah.
And that was the key, because you took control of what you were putting in there.
Well, will I let this in? And if it makes sense and it lines up with like reason, my understanding of reasoning at the time, and it can shift as I learn more and I take in more information. So I'm constantly kind of training my brain to, but more than anything, like when it comes to something like you want confidence, right? That's not something you can necessarily learn. You kind of have to become it. You have to train your brain to think confidently, to be confident so that you will naturally feel, and you can use those affirmations, which are a type of washing of your brain, but it's different if it's intentional. You were brainwashed when you were in high control religion. There is no doubt about it. You're brainwashed, you're hypnotized. Now, those are powerful things that work. Instead of what the church causes you to do is demonize those things, like hypnosis is bad. And obviously, brainwashing without your control, that's bad. Hypnosis without your consent, that's bad. But hypnosis is powerful, and you can wash your brain by using affirmations, by, just being around people that are in the direction you want to go. That's why you kind of become like the people that you're with, because you are watching them and your brain is being washed in these habits and these words and this way of living. And so you mimic. That's why kids mimic their parents until they figure out get on their own, because it's just a type of washing of the brain. So now that you know that, you can intentionally do it and you can shape it the way you want to be. So if you want to be more confident, then you start to say affirmations that strengthen that confidence, and then you can use other tools like hypnosis and
again, you're taking control of it.
Yes, it's all about you having the power.
Before that, other people had power over you, and they were placing what they wanted in there.
Yes, but Christians would say God had power over you. Now you're taking control, and that's not what's happening. It wasn't God that had control over you, because it was just other people's view of God.
Yeah,
and so it was other people that had control over you, not God. Other people. So are you going to let other people do it, or are you going to do it yourself?
Yeah.
That's what you need to make a decision about. But anyways, I'm trying I've been doing the last 2 weeks. The last 2 days, I've been trying to really avoid too much of that kind of stuff, and really kind of just been listening to like motivational speakers and stuff. And it helps. It helps my energy. And I'm just going to try to do it for a week and let's see how I feel. And so I'm kind of intentionally washing my brain. And if you want to read about it, I'm going to have a blog about it coming out today too. So you can go to my Substack, which you can find in the link.
There you go. And the link is on danandcan.com. Go to danandcan.com to find Candi Substack. You can also find her hypnotherapy sessions there. You can also find her blog and everything Dan and Can related, including this podcast and other informational podcasts, Candi's podcast on that she hypnotizes you and gets you through a day and brainwashes you.
I do not.
To be her loyal servant.
That would be very unethical. Okay.
But danandcan.com, you can find it all there. Go up, give us 5 stars. We'd appreciate it greatly to get that rating. It means a lot to us. It makes us very happy and tingly on the insides.
We do enjoy reading them.
So go up there, give us 5 stars. If you got time, leave a comment. And like I said earlier, smash that like, hit that subscribe. And
you can email us too if you have anything you want us to talk about.
Yeah, we'll talk about
or if you want to be on the podcast.
If you want to be on the podcast, we'll talk to anyone about anything, anywhere. Pretty much.
Not anytime, but.
Not anytime, yeah. You got to fit into our schedule, bitches. So, yeah. With that being said, I'm not going to do the Ron Burgundy sign off.
What did he do? I don't remember.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Go fuck yourselves, deconversionists, deconstructionists.
Yeah. Go out and serve the Lord.
What would they say at the end of church services? Go and take the gospel to all the ends of the earth.
Yeah.
All right.
Go and deconstruct the world.
All right. We're working on a new ending, so just bear with us as we get through this.
It again.
I do. Sorry. I'm bored with that one.
Yeah, she's bored. So we'll figure something out. It'll come to us.
All right.
All right. Bye. Bye.